Aloha and welcome to Discover Your Life Purpose. My intention for those listening to this audio is to provide a starting point for discovering your life purpose, and for those of you who already know your life purpose is to validate your path. Thank you for being here. Please feel free to share this link with anyone who may be interested. I'm Sylvia Maya Dolena. I'm a life coach, relationship coach, business consultant, and workshop facilitator, having worked with executives in high-tech companies and also with small businesses. I have been fortunate to have access to $1 million education and experience for the past 30 years. I have been extremely fortunate to have been educated and mentored by well-known self-help experts in the world. Even though I was doing the work that I dreamed of, coaching at the executive level in a major high-tech company, I was delivering high-powered development workshops and consulting in strategic projects, something was missing. I was not feeling the self-satisfaction and accomplishment I had previously enjoyed. There was an indescribable unknown longing deep inside of me that I could not identify. In 2005, I signed up for a spiritual journey to Bali. Little did I know that my life was about to change forever. I went to Bali with the intention of discovering my life purpose, and what I experienced was the path to a whole new life. While there, I got the message that I was to steward some land with its own water source, grow food, and build a sanctuary for myself and others. Now, I have to mention here that my grandparents were farmers and my parents worked on the family farm until they were adults and moved into regular jobs in the city. I used to spend my summers on my grandparents' farm, and I said that I would never, ever, ever be a farmer. No way. So it was an utter surprise to me that in 2005, when my life partnership went through a final breakup, I got the message that it was time to leave California. I left my job, I bought some land in Hawaii, and moved there. All this occurred within a few months, and yes, I became a farmer too. And in addition to that, I was doing consulting with small businesses in Hawaii, and now currently, I'm consulting with HP again. During this time, in August of 2005, I also attended the third and last week of my coaching certification course, which included a 3-day session on life purpose. It was there that all the pieces of my life fell into place to show me what I was here to do. Finally, it all made sense. In the other 4 days of the certification workshop, I was to create the life that I love from knowing my purpose. Standing in my purpose, the vision for my life had clarity I had not known before. So I am here now, sharing with you what I learned and how you too can live the life that is worthy of your purpose and spirit. If you have a longing deep within your soul or consciousness that is unknown or unanswered at this time, you are in the right place. Do you feel that something is missing from your life? Do you feel that you have a lot of contribution to the planet, gifts, talents that are not yet expressed? Do you want more clarity about what you are here to contribute? Do you want to feel that aliveness and that passion again? Then let's go on this journey together. Today, I will cover the 3 essential elements of purpose so you can recognize them in your life and tap into the power that knowing your life purpose brings. I will share with you 3 methods to access the elements of your purpose. You can use these methods whenever you're ready. For this session, I am going to demonstrate one, a short exercise to help you get started. Then I will share examples of how you can live your purpose now as soon as you finish this session. I will share with you as much as I can in the limited time that we have together, and then I promise to show you how you can take it further to create a life worthy of your purpose and your spirit. The 9 steps to creating the life you love. The first step is setting intention. Setting the intention that will be the direction and the rudder for your life. Step 2, integrity and balance. Stepping into integrity and having a balance in all aspects of your life is crucial to manifesting your life purpose. Step number 3, life purpose. And we're going to go into this pretty deeply as soon as we finish this segment. Number 4, create a vision for your life. And that is to look at what it is that you want to manifest in your life. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What is your biggest dream? Step 5, embracing the inner critic and putting the inner critic in its proper perspective, but utilizing that wisdom that the inner critic has to offer in order to support you in achieving your life purpose. Step number 6, what are your belief systems and how do you overcome limiting beliefs that could impact or inhibit your life purpose? Step number 7, put your new life practices in place. These are practices that are designed to help you achieve your dream and keep you in alignment with your life purpose. Step number 8, develop your path and your plan. How are you going to get there? Too many times it seems like a daunting task to look at from where we are to where we want to be without having a specific plan. Step number 9, invite others to join you and support you. Create a party, create a celebration, journey together. Those are the 9 steps. First, a story about a client, Sandy. Sandy's a woman who graduated from an Ivy League medical school for her doctorate degree. She did not know what her purpose was, and she was feeling that she was out of place where she was in her career. She was thinking that her job was her purpose, and she was becoming distraught, not knowing that her purpose could be expressed in a multitude of ways. Sandy, being a surgeon at a hospital or a profession at a medical school, was meaningful to her because she loves helping people. And beyond helping them, she demonstrates a great compassion, going the extra mile to ensure that they are taken care of emotionally and physically. However, being a surgeon was taking a toll on her emotionally as she performed these surgeries. She had become stressed and agitated, seeing people with diseases and injuries, many she could help and some she could not. Many of these were children or young adults. She would go home each night and cry. In going through the life purpose process with Sandy, she discovered she could help people in many, many ways without being a surgeon. She loves teaching in the medical school and inspiring young pre-med students to be compassionate healers. Now her path seems to be in the area of alternative medicine and bridging the gap between the East and the West. She now has a practice where she utilizes all of her medical knowledge to diagnose patients and then uses alternative methods for treating holistically. Just realizing the options she has inspired her to manifest her whole next level of contribution. Now, can you live your life without knowing your life purpose? Yes, of course. But standing in your purpose, the quality of your dreams will change, and the quality of your life will change. That's a quote by Marcia Weeder, founder of Dream University, who is one of my teachers. Now we'll move into a segment for understanding the aspect of purpose. And this comes from a book, True Purpose by Tim Kelly, who is also one of my coaching certification teachers. And Tim defines purpose as being constructed in us at the most basic level and unconsciously influences all our choices and behaviors. It defies language. A purpose statement is merely an attempt to approximate our fundamental nature in words. Essence, the first aspect of purpose. I am, my core expression on the planet. Blessing, I have, my innate talent and gifts. Mission, third aspect of purpose. I do. What is my project or contribution in this lifetime? Once you discover your purpose, you will see that opportunities to fulfill it, synchronicity, and all the obstacles you must overcome to achieve it will appear. In truth, all are opportunities to show you support on your path. Discernment is the key. Now let's go a little bit deeper into these 3 aspects of purpose. Essence, I am. Each of us has a quality that we radiate in the world. You may be an expression of love, inspiration, joy, challenge, or any hundreds of other things. Our language does not express essence or being states very clearly, so it may be necessary to use more than one word to describe this quality. We have no choice about this aspect of our purpose. We radiate this quality at all times as long as we are alive. Blessing, I have. Each of us is designed to perform some basic task over and over again. We are a catalyst for something. Some people clear obstacles in relationships. Some people help others to believe in themselves. Some inspire celebration. Whatever it is, you have been doing it over and over since childhood. We have no choice about this aspect of purpose. We do it consciously or unconsciously, but we're going to do it no matter what. Mission, the third aspect of purpose, I do. Some people are called to do some job, some activity, some work in the world. This does not necessarily mean livelihood or career, but it can be. The ego can decline or accept this mission. It may be sweeping in scale, like raise the consciousness of the planet, or simple, everyone that you encounter feels valued by you or you see their light. It's quite impactful, even though simple. So I'm going to give you an example of a client who went through a workshop called Conscious Commerce, who discovered her life purpose and really became in alignment with it to produce and manifest the work that she really loved and her life purpose and her mission. Her name is Sherry, and Sherry had been out of work for over a year from a job as an interior design engineer. When I met Sherry, she was depressed, unhappy, fearful about finding work, stressed because her husband was putting pressure for her to get a job. She started gaining weight and did not feel good about herself. She was afraid that she would be stuck in a job rather than doing the work that she really loved, which was interior design. 2 weeks later, this is what Sherry is saying. I'm excited and inspired. After the workshop, I believed that I deserved to do the work that I love. I'm confident that I can create projects on my own and create income for myself. I have an action plan, and I've started on it, and I'm seeing results. How did Sherry get from depressed and no work to excited and onto project work that she loved in a matter of 2 weeks? Sherry attended the 2-day version of the workshop called Conscious Commerce because she was focused on getting the work that she loved. During the first day when we worked on purpose, she discovered what her purpose was and how it aligned to the work that she loved doing. Some of the results that Sherry got was after the 2 days, she was very excited and inspired to take action. She started making phone calls to people she knew, asking them about who they knew in interior design. And as a result of her calls, she got a referral, which she took action on and went to talk to the manager of a design project. She was brought onto the project to do interior design of an office in a building. And she found out later that this building was on the architectural tour of a well-known magazine, so she got lots of visibility and also clients. Some of the side benefits that Sherry experienced was she became really confident to take action. She was able to shift her energy to attract clients. She had more self-esteem and a belief in herself that she could find a way to do the work that she loves because it was in alignment with her purpose. She believed that she could find income in doing this work and not have to take a job just for the money. She also lost weight during this time period, and her husband is happy and relieved that he is not the sole breadwinner in the family. She is happy, she's not stressed, and she's loving the work that she is doing. Now, if Sherry had not attended the workshop, she might have still been depressed because she may have taken a job that she did not like. She would have been unhappy, her husband would have been unhappy. She might have been gaining weight. Her self-confidence and self-esteem would not have been raised to the level that it was raised after she finished the workshop. Sherry had to get over her fear and into the belief that she could create the life and the work that she loved. Just the thought of being in a dead-end job launched her into action once she had the inspiration and the tools. She had to believe that she could get out of a dead-end job and get ready to do the work that she loved. So, are you ready to give up the stress and drudgery in exchange for the joy and freedom and abundance that you are uniquely designed to create? And do you know that you're uniquely designed to do what you love doing? What are you waiting for? In some cases, it is not just fear, but it's beliefs that hold us back. It's our ego's needs that need to be satisfied in some way. So if we look at Tim Kelly's ego values and soul values, we'll see a gap here. And maybe this has to do with our inner conflict that creates those fears and those doubts and what we need to do to satisfy our ego. Purpose fulfillment requires permission from the ego. So here are some of the ego values. Health. The ego values health. The soul values concern for being. Who am I? Who am I being? Ego values wealth. And the soul values a long-term view of abundance beyond a single lifetime. The ego values happiness. The soul has no attachment to what form the manifestation of the purpose takes because there's an inner joy in fulfilling purpose. The ego wants to avoid pain, fear, and struggle. The soul has no preference for what experience the ego is having. Transcendence is the path. The ego values a particular life circumstances like owning a home, a fast car, living in a specific place. But the soul sees a person's life as a beautiful work of divine art in whatever the environment. The ego values acceptance, approval, admiration, and respect from others. Whereas the soul sees all experiences as teachings along the path, no matter how the ego experiences it. Divine acceptance of self is what the soul values. The ego divides experiences into good and bad, likes and don't likes. Whereas the soul values observations, discernments, and choices that are made from a transpersonal perspective. So with this in mind, you can see that there may be a gap in appeasing the ego and satisfying the soul with our life purpose. There are many methods to engage the ego. And we can engage the ego by going through this list and figuring out ways how we come into some agreement with the ego as how we can satisfy the ego's needs and still fulfill our soul and our life purpose. Once our purpose and ego are in agreement, we can define our sacred mission with purposeful goals. There are many methods to discover purpose. There's visualization, guided meditation, prayer, vision quests, and 3 memorable experiences, which means think back in your life for 3 experiences that just stand out for whatever reason because you were passionate about it, you were excited, it was meaningful, it was sacred, whatever those are. Those could be very insightful in discerning what your life purpose is. So we are going to look at an exercise that will help you determine your life purpose. And that is called the 3 memories of passion. We're going to do that now. And in thinking back on your life, what memories stand out for you that are passionate, exciting, meaningful, impactful? What are those 3 highlights from the time that you were born to right now that had an impact on your life so much that you will have them in your memory forever? What are those 3 memories? What I'd like you to do now is think about for a few moments what those memories are. Just scan your entire lifetime. See what shows up. See what those memories of passion are for you. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that. Then what I want you to do is write down for each one of those moments of passion some key words or phrases about what that moment was, what it felt like, what you were doing, why it was meaningful to you. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the trends or the patterns within those 3 moments of passion and see what you can get as far as insights to your life purpose. So I'll walk you through all of this, but first what I'd like you to do is think about those 3 moments of passion in your life that are indelible in your mind. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do that, but what you can do right now is put me on pause, and then when you're done, come back. Welcome back. Go ahead and write down the key words, phrases of those 3 moments of passion. You don't have to write whole sentences. It's just what it meant to you, what it felt like, what you were doing, and what those moments are. Do that now. I'm going to give you a few moments, and you can put me on pause and then come back when you're ready. Welcome back. Now, scan those 3 moments of passion. See what you wrote down. Look for any patterns or themes or feelings or things that excited you or why you love doing it or why they're important to you. Look for those patterns now. Maybe circle some of the words that are similar or some of the feelings that are similar to get what that connection might be. So do that now, and when you're ready, you can come back. Okay, now that you've looked at some potential patterns and themes for you, I'm going to have you, after I give you some examples, have you write down what your theme is, okay? Some of the common themes are teaching and learning, or risk-taking and adventure, or fun and variety, or contribution and service, or problem-solving, or creativity, or achievement and accomplishment, or appreciating or creating beauty, or expressing love or compassion or some other specific quality. So those are the types of patterns and themes that we're looking for. It doesn't have to be that, but take another moment and look at your themes and patterns again and see what emerges for you after these examples. And when you're ready, you can come on back. Okay, now what our next step is to then, once we've looked at a pattern or a theme, is to then put it into a statement that could be a few words, but one that would be a broader umbrella to encompass those aspects of the themes and patterns that you see. And look at it as something that you've been doing all of your life, something that's really important to you, something that you were just unconsciously drawn to. So here are some examples to help guide you: to empower and inspire, to make a difference by being different, by standing out, by being different from the status quo, giving permission others to do the same. Another one could be being a lifetime learner and then sharing your learnings, like maybe as a teacher would do. Or to lighten up, to have fun, to bring levity to any situation. Or to be adventurous and risk-taking, to be an example for others, to step out of their comfort zone and really do what they want to do. To bring out love in people or some other quality. To teach people to love themselves, or to be a catalyst for transformation, or a catalyst for anything. So those are some examples of what an essence statement in your life purpose could look like. Take another few moments and design your essence statement. And when you're ready, you can come back. Now that you've done that, write it in a way that's meaningful to you. Write it in a way that when you look at it, you get chills, or you become excited, or it rings true in your heart. Write it and put it in a place where you can see it every day and see what the effect of that is, to know that that's your essence. Or maybe it's not quite that, and you can make modifications and changes to it. Do that for yourself as a starting point to discovering your life purpose. Now, even not knowing your life purpose or the essence of your purpose, how can you live your purpose now? What I would have you look at is, what is your blessing? What is it that is the thing that you've been doing over and over again, unconsciously or consciously, like Sherry in helping her girlfriends redesign their rooms and bring beauty to spaces that were disorganized before. By seeing where your blessing is, you can then do that blessing with intention. And if you're still not quite sure of what your blessing is, what that gift or talent is that you were born with, ask others, ask your friends, ask family, what they see in you that you do easily, automatically, gracefully, that is really important and impactful to others. They probably see it, but once you are aware of that, you can then do that with all of your intention and all of your consciousness. That's how you can live your life purpose now without knowing all of the other aspects. When we first got together at the beginning of this segment, I said I would let you know how you could take this further and how you can experience the 9 steps to the life you love or the work you love or the project that you want to contribute to the world. Here's how. Ongoing, I'll be delivering workshops and online telecourses, and I invite you to check my website at consciouscommerce.net. That's conscious-commerce.net for the most current offerings. Currently, I have an offering in Hawaii for the one-day workshop called Create the Life You Love. The second offer is based on the same material, but it's more focused on a business or a project or work or something like that. And that workshop is called Conscious Commerce. It's intended to give you all of the same things, to get you aligned with purpose and intention and vision, but then also come out of it with a plan to accomplish something big, to do the contribution that you want to do. Those are the 2 offerings. We wish you all of the very best in discovering your life purpose and finding the ease and grace and satisfaction of walking in that path. I'm going to close with a story about David, who's married to a friend of mine. And I call David the Tony Robbins of South Africa because he's a motivational speaker, he's inspirational, he helps people, he coaches people. And where David is today is very far from where he started. Currently, he has what he calls the $1 Million Club. He accepts 10 people every year who he coaches and trains. They have to have $1 million in their bank account in order to join his group. Now, why did he do that? David's not an elitist, but the reason why he did that, because his contribution to the planet is to reach out as far as he can. And what David does is he hand selects 10 people that will be in his group with him for a year. He picks people on the basis of not only income, but power, influence, authority, reach, all of those things. Because David realizes that if he impacts, if he helps shift, if he helps transform one of these people who are leaders in their industry, leaders in their organization, leaders in their community, if he helps them transform, they will go back and transform others just because they are changed themselves. So that's what David does. But like I said, David didn't start out that way. David would go around to senior citizens' homes and community centers to practice his motivational speeches. He wanted to do that as a service and also for practice for himself. But after the first few talks, David started realizing that, although people applauded, they really didn't seem inspired or motivated or happy. And he was becoming concerned because he kept seeing this over and over again. After about 4 of his talks, he went over to a few people sitting in a group and he said, I've noticed that I give these talks and I'm meaning to inspire and motivate people, but I don't see that spark in their eye. I don't see that inspiration on their face. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Can you please help me? Can you tell me what's going on? And this one woman spoke up and she said, David, it's not you. Your talks are inspirational. Your stories are wonderful. They're motivational. But for me, I feel like it's too late. It makes me sad that I missed the opportunity to fulfill on my mission and my purpose. And hearing you talk shows me what I missed. And that makes me really sad. David said, it's never too late. It's never too late. Whatever we're inspired to do, whatever we're designed to do, we can do it no matter what age. We do it as a child, we do it through all of our adult life. And it's a matter of wanting to do it. So if you still want to do it, you can still make a difference. You can make a difference here. You can inspire others. You can help others with whatever your purpose is. It is never too late. And what I say to you, that no matter what your age or situation or environment, look for the aspects of life purpose in your life and begin living it consciously.